the hardest pet losing for me was my cat Tegan. We got her when I was 8, and she lived until I was like 20. I was there too. It was my cat as well, right? Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, this was my cat. Like, and Tegan will admit this, that she did love me, and I'll admit it today because you're sad about me now. No. This cat was my cat, and we logged a lot of long nights together, and she was so wonderful, but so irritating in so many other ways. And we had this kind of thing with each other where I wouldn't get up and feed her even though I knew she was starving, and she would playfully knock like plants, books, breakables, glasses of water, like anything that she could get to, she would knock it off. And she would do it where she would look at you, like say there's a cactus, for instance. I had a cactus that sat on my windowsill, and she would like get to a place and she would go like this, like she would look at me in the bed and she would go like that. Like she wouldn't even need to aim, like she knew where the thing was, and she would look at me and knock it off like that. So anyways, it seems really smart to me. When I think about it now, like even though it was really annoying, like how she would strategically go and like place herself in places where there was things that she could push off. And it wasn't a rampage. Like she wasn't like freaking out and knocking stuff down. Like she would sit and cry and then be like, push it down. And you'd wake up and you'd be like, get down. And then you go and you get her down, and then like you'd fall back asleep, and then like 2 seconds later something else would fall, and she would be like sitting there staring at you, and you'd be like, get down. And it's like all the energy that you spent freaking out at the cat, you could have just got up and fed it. Which I wonder why I didn't just put cat food in my room. You know, for like the morning, like when she was doing that, I could just take the bag out from under my bed or whatever, just pour some on the floor and be all like, there, eat. So, that in mind. Anyways, I really loved her, even though she was so annoying. And sometimes, like, it sounds really weird, but like I can, this is so emo of me to be talking about all my so upset. I don't know. I wish I was tougher and like say something cool, but this is what's in my mind. But I can still see, like when I would come home to visit after I moved out. I moved to Vancouver, and I would come home to visit my mom, and the only thing I would get excited about going back home, not going back to Calgary in general, but just going back to the house that my mom was living in, because it wasn't really like my childhood home, so I didn't care that much about it. But I would open the door, and Taya was so fat, and she would just like run, and her gut would be like swinging, and she'd be like run towards me, and then you'd pick her up, and she'd hiss, and she'd like rip, and